Good morning. Hope you're here clear. First, okay. Testing if the sound is okay. That everybody can. Good afternoon. If it's noon, morning, or what time it is in your part of the world. Okay, great. Sound is good. Picture is good too. I will be showing everything through TradingView for today. I have some strange things with my bulenox account. It looks like I can't log in again, so I have the same stuff that I had with TopStep at this point. Now it's the second time. I really, it's it's getting annoying, these prop firms at this point for me. So yesterday we'll go over a few things from yesterday what I took, and I'll give it about 5 more minutes for everybody to join. Then I'll go over everything, and including the model that I've been trading now for 3 times. It's very accurate. The only thing is you need to shut down the mindset completely. So I'll put some text on the screen. Maybe remove also that board height. How do I put this on? Third this way. Okay, great. So we got about a few more minutes. Okay, looks like people are joining. Great to hear. So
Als je zo knalhard op mijn kom gaat, hoe gaat een baby eruit zien als die tom gaat? Dat is al niet. Groot. Heel dansen.
So this is about what you need to know about it. I'll go over it from yesterday, which 2 trades I actually took. I had to retake it about 3 to 4 times before actually it showed me a clean hand. I'm still working on the precision, so maybe that we could reduce the amount of times you need to re-enter so that we actually can go faster with it. So what happened yesterday after this session was swept here? I'm on TradingView. I put alarms on the sessions based at this point, so I know exactly what happens. So after this session was breached, I was looking for a 1 minute return. So actually here we had an infungled candle that eated up the last downside 1 minute candle. You can see this one was bigger than the previous one, and even the candle, its body needs to close actually above the wick, so it actually barely done it, but it did. Then we need actually to be created a fair value gap out of that. Even this was happening. So here between this and this one, we had a 1 minute FVG created, and actually this is then the entry model. When this one is hit, you go actually long from here, you put your stops at the bottom, and you actually target the previous high. So that was the previous high. Now I had to do this 2 or 3 times over again before actually it was correctly. So this was the first one that did not manage. Actually, the second minute, we rallied through it. We did it again. So I entered on this candle when it got touched again. So we did not sweep it yet. So I was waiting patiently. Actually here, I got swept again. So that was second time it was not working correctly. Now here we did not take everything in. So I did not enter this one. We swept again. Here was my third entry I took. So this one, I hit it. And actually, this was getting very more happy at that point. So, but I kept going because I need to test it out. So need to see what works and what doesn't work. So I got swept again with this one. And actually here, this one took me all the way to the highs. And even though that I took 3 not profits, this one profit actually took us back all the way to the high what I wanted to see. And I actually re-entered a few times too. So it's not an easy model to keep going for it, but once it does actually prevail, you get a very nice R collection. So this was a 5R here. I entered the second time once we got this new fair value gap created out of it. I knew that we were going to continue then. This was my second entry, right? On this candle, actually, when this one tapped, I put it my stops under the previous swing. So this was the last fair value gap that was created. I did not want to see it come back to this stop here. So that was my stop. I do give it a little bit more room because we are on the 1 minute. So this is the second one. We did not have a new entry model here. Here we created new fair value gaps, and I took a third entry right here. And then I put actually my stop at the last swing. So all these stops were moved up to this low. And we took it again to the high. So because I had multiple entries, actually I created a nice movement up. Here I was a bit looking for, I want to get out because we were getting into a new session. And actually when it opened, I put up my stop just below here and actually keep rolling, keep moving up. And actually here we tapped it. So it was a great trade. That was the first one. Second one actually in open when we got down. We swapped again. Session actually has shorted. We created 2 for value gaps on the 1 minute. I entered on this candle, shorted the high. And I wanted to take it, first of all, to that session low, but then see what happened. So I just gave it an open TP because it was open. And I took it to, we had another session here somewhere. To that daily gap. What was that daily gap that we were in? There was a small daily gap here that we actually could have targeted. Where was that daily gap again? Was a 15 minutes. Okay, that was it. Yeah, this was it. What I was targeting. This 15 minute was my first target. I wanted to see if it held, yes or no. And I kept pushing it actually down lower. I just hold. It was not an easy one to hold, true, but actually the model presented it and I had to take it. So again, after a sweep, we created new for value gaps. I re-entered the short again on this candle. This was a big stop, but I still wanted to keep it and see what happened. After we swept this 15 minute, we created a new for value gap. We had no entry, so no reasons to go again. And we just kept falling actually. After we broken the low of New York's time-based session, I actually thought that we were going to that daily for value gap that was just below here. We had a daily FEG here that was created, and we tapped that. So at the breach of the daily for value gap, I closed my trades. The one up was 3K and the one down was 3K. So there were 2 separate entries that worked. Actually, the one down worked the first time, so that was good. The first one on London did not work immediately. So this was a bit mindset work, I must say, for the first time, especially if you're trading it new. It's not always easy. Oh shit, I removed the wrong thing. Luckily, this still works. And after that, I keep testing it, of course. So once we swept everything and we came back down, we actually swept multiple sessions also. And here I entered again. So look, we came down. We had a way up for the 1 minute. We had no entry model because we didn't have any for value gaps created. No for value gaps. We swept. We came up. Here we had a very, very small one that was created. We had a new one just above. And actually, on this candle, when it came back down, I thought it touched it, the for value gap. It did not, but I did take the entry here. And this was my entry then, long. I think when the candle got back up, stops. And I took it to this high. That was my target next time. So it did not tap it anywhere here. And I put my stop then at 2, I believe 2R somewhere when I came back down and I got out at this point here. I believe that was 2R. Or around 2R something. Put my stop in 2, I believe it was this one, 1.6 or 1.8. So these were my 2 trades, 3 trades I took, and both of them were actually very accurate. And it's just because of the time-based session has to be swept. After that, you actually get an entry model or a new entry model. Now for today's orb, let's take a look, because orb has not been working out fine. This is why I actually looked for a new model that presented himself with me having less screen time, because this is actually something I believe is necessary for myself to get more off the screen and have more time for myself and the family. This is actually still what I'm trading for. For today, we already came down to a daily fair value gap and we pushed off of it. We actually just came to 50% of this base to this drawdown. So we can still move up both. We can still move up, down or up at this point. A few fair value caps below where we could target it. Well, if we do have London going open and we sweep this session here just above, I would probably try to take the entry model, but I just shown you guys again. I hope that was a bit clear. If not, let me know. Good morning, everyone. Why not and playbit? That's a very good question, my friend. And actually, it is not my decision. It was not my decision, actually. It was Ty's decision. Somebody sent to him that he believed I was not completely honest about a trade I took. It was in a New York session based, so I was not actually trading at that point. But everything's fine. So it's good for my channel, by the way. So I'm happy we're here with 12 again. It lets grow my channel bit by bit. That's just a person that joined my London streams in the morning session from, I believe, from July somewhere. And July has not been the greatest month for trading the Europe session. But still, I do what I have to do. I teach. And actually, I was reading a book yesterday for people that had comments or not treating somebody right. It actually means that you are on a right path, because it means that you actually get noticed. And if you get noticed, that means that you're not the average person walking around. So it means that you are actually doing something right, or that the other person has another agenda than you. And it means that he has some kind of back agenda on it, that he wants to get something out of it. That can also be. So there are two reasons, he said. And the best thing also, we did not breach, so no entry yet. And the best thing about that one actually helped me get more confident, because it also said you don't need to think about it. Even if you want to talk to them, it's almost impossible to let them change their mindset. So I'm happy with it, what happens. So everything always goes for a reason. I'm just here to teach my teachings, what I have to give, especially a mindset, because I read it again. Actually, everything in trading is getting self-control, self-mastery, self-improvement. Those are trading. People want to put fancy cars in front of everybody and selling you get money quickly and easy. If anybody tells you that way, it ain't. It ain't easy. It ain't getting quick money from the markets. It's not gonna happen. So get it into your mindset. First of all, you need actually to get a clear mindset, get a good habit, get it easy for yourself. So just what I mean by getting a good habit is just being very disciplined. So you need an entry model, and you don't need to think about it. You just need to implement it. So this is actually why I was doing the org with all of you at the beginning stages every day, every continuously The reason is actually very simple because it's a very mechanical way to enter, and it gives you discipline. It gives you a lot of discipline if you be patient until it breaches on one side or the other, and then just enter. Because the not easiest part in trading is just sitting behind the charts, doing nothing, and being patient until your entry model comes. Because this is why people don't make money. So do remember, there only gets like 1% of people joining prop firms a payout. So all the rest is just money that they put in their pockets. And if you gave in a lot to the prop firms, it's okay. You're learning. So but once you're done learning, um, try to do it with real money. Get off those prop firms because actually they make more money than we ever will. And it is very psychology also. I've got to find out that actually it's not we're not trading real money, first of all. Second of all, if your brain knows this, it will let you feel that it's not real money either. And it's not easy then to get connected to make it feel like real money. Just a second, watching chart because it was moving in some direction. Don't think it will go to Tokyo. That's way too far off. We have 2 more minutes, so if it breaches, I believe. Yeah, if we breach, these gaps could be in the chart for it. So that would be first target. If we do go up after the open and we sweep Asia's session, I'll probably take my other entry model and take it back down. If this presents it, I will take this. So I am the other side also trading, so 29 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna take this in 20 seconds. So stop will be at the high. A stop can be off for halfway actually. I don't look, there's no fair value gaps inside, so stop can be halfway. If we do breach, of course. Give it a second to develop. Yeah, stops can be halfway, and I want to see what this one react because the 1 minute was quite strong, pushing back up. Not in it yet. Oh my God, he's trading. Good that I was not in it yet. So this one would have gotten stopped out already. So luckily I did not enter yet. So that would be failed orb again. Oh, we will come to this side, that's for sure. I want to see now why it did not work. If there is a reason for it. Did I see something not correctly? Dat was also. Dit er nog een keer aanschikt. Yeah, my cat just showed me my shoes. They were laying with the dog, and they were showing my strings to tighten up my shoes. That he chewed on it, but it was already like that. So it looked like we will take that sweep. So this is what something I would prefer to see otherwise. Look, I've been testing Orb now for a month again, and this month is actually it actually did not give me the amount that I wanted. So this is actually why I was looking for a new entry model. And if it keeps doing like this, I'll probably just stream an hour later. So that would be 9 o'clock then for me. So for everybody that's here at 8 or 7, we will move it an hour. So 1 hour later. So actually, if we then have the opening of London and we sweep a session based, we actually have more chance to get that entry model directly. So from starting tomorrow, I will do that, taking 1 hour later, because I've looked at my data this month, and last month is actually, yeah, I can imagine that somebody that just joined the pre-op sessions and that he would say, fuck this shit, this isn't working. I fully understand if he would say this. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the chat if anybody said something, so I'll take a look in a minute. So where I'm waiting for now, or being patient for now, is if we do sweep the session based, I want to take a look if we have a 1 minute inversion. So change of delivery for 1 minute, that completely ate the candle up from body and wick, so anything inside of it needs to be completely filled up. And then I want to see, so change the delivery first of all, and I want to see a retest for the 1 minute to take it lower. The only way that I can trade this is live with you all after actually the time-based session is taken. So this one needs to be taken here. Do know that the accuracy of time-based sweeps to go to the other side is 50% less accurate than the normal. So I took yesterday 5 trades and only 2 worked. So that means that less than 50% actually it's accurate. So you have to get a real good mindset for this. I'm just telling this in advance, because if I did not re-enter here 3 times or 4 times, I would not have had the big move where I actually made the complete money back. So I gave 200, I gave 200, I gave 200. So I gave about 600 and I made 3,005. So it gives a lot, but you need to be able to give something to the markets. So you need to be a good loser to do this strategy. This is actually very funny, me saying this out loud to myself. No, I did not garlic. Reason why I didn't take the up is it hasn't been working at all. I'm going to be 100% honest with everything. So first of all, the reason why I want to teach you guys this is it worked for the time period that I'm doing it. I tested it for a year. Last year, it worked. Now, this year, a lot of people are implementing it. It was out of the books. Nobody used it anymore. And now everybody is again using it. And I do believe that people are noticing it. So they do maybe change a little bit of the structure and the movement of it. Now, if it doesn't work, I'm adjusting to what does work. So at this point, ILMs, so change in structure after 1 minute, work a lot better. You just need to have a lot of confidence into the model again. So, and the second reason is why I let you guys take this a lot is it makes you very disciplined. So easy way entry, easy way out. So no overthinking it, no overdoing it, just step by step, constantly making the same decision over and over again. This is the only thing, the only way to become a great trader. Don't look at the outcomes, don't look at the payments, don't look at the money that you're making. Just look at one entry model or one way to enter and follow a plan and a structure. This actually helped a lot for me. So I, I wrote it down here somewhere above. Where is it? Is it gone? Yeah, it's gone, I believe. Yeah, I think it's gone. My text. Yeah. So if you can follow just one good structure and keep implementing it over and over and over and over again, you actually will have a very profitable way of trading. This is why people don't make money. They're unable to keep repeating the same process over and over and over again, until it gets so boring that you actually can do it with your eyes closed. And then you have to do it more. And that will make the payments afterwards. But you have to keep doing it. And if you don't have an edge or an entry model yet, and you don't know why or how to do it, make one. People actually do have one. So this entry model, what I'm now doing is just time-based liquidity. I'll type it again. So you need time-based sweep of liquidity. So you can't enter anything until this is done. So this is the start. Second, you need a 1 minute 1 minute candle giving you a change in delivery. 3, you need out of those the next candle, you need a 1 minute FEG being created. Create. If my typing is not correct, my English typing is not the best. 4, you need to touch of a wick in that candle, in that FEG, and enter direct. Here you can choose. So if you have it not easy taking 3-4 times it immediately, start with a half hour on the touch, and if the body closes above, close higher than the FEG, then you can enter a full. So then enter another half. So this way it presents you that you have only a half hour into it. If it does not immediately go directly, it will sweep you again. So it needs to go immediately to the correct side. If it does not, that means you have actually another half hour collected and left over. So number 5, profit, take it to the previous. Take it to the last high. So this is discretionary. You can actually say if you just want the 2R, take it to 2R. This is like you want it, but I actually have a feeling if you would only take 2R, you're leaving a lot on the table. You can actually have a lot and a much bigger movement upwards. And then to add extra, every 1 minute FEG created after the first is a new entry model for a half hour. So every 1 minute after that, that creates again a new for value gap. You enter another half hour and you just constantly do this over and over again. Even if you just do it with 1 hour, if you could have collected it to the high, that was a 3 hour that you collected. So you could already have 3 not good trades just for this perfect entry model. We never came back. We still didn't come back. So same from the upper part. If you entered, we rallied down. We never came back. So if it moves directly the way you want it, it has a high probability to make profits. The only thing that you do need is a trading view account, and you need a paid account because you need those alarms, and you cannot put any alarms on it if it's not a paid account. That's the only down part. So if you don't have an entry model, look here. Rewatch the movie, take a screenshot, you can put it at the side and make sure you just enter on this. No sweep from liquidity, nothing done. So it's time-based liquidity, so that means that you need to have or London session swept or New York session swept or Asia session swept. On TradingView, it's easy. You go to settings, you have put trading sessions on. So this is an indicator. They're already here, so you don't need to implement them. You don't need to put anything onto it. It automatically gives you those sessions, and then you have your model. So I was taking a full risk at the beginning. It's not easy to keep doing it, but it's just Paisius. I'll explain that second time. So are you taking full risk each trade on the no? So like I said, I will try Haggis. I will try to do it with a half hour as starting now to make sure to see if we get the fully into it. So what can I do? So like I said, we can touch when the wick touches, you can have a half hour into it, and if the body closes higher, you can put a full hour into it. So this is being a bit more discretionary, giving you more chance of doing it. Why do I say this? First of all, here on the 1 minute, I had to re-enter 4 times. I did it with a full hour constantly, so it was mindset. But if you see here, if you took this, we had a half hour into it, and we tapped, and the body did not close above again. We actually only lost a half hour here. So that would have been a half hour. Second one was here. That would have been again a half hour because it tapped and it didn't close above, and it immediately got lower. You can wait also until the body is closed, but then sometimes your entry will be up here instead of this. So it's your own choice how you extra add to the trading strategy. So this was again a 1 minute that went up. We could have entered. So if you entered, you stopped at the low, you got stopped out again. So again a half hour. So that would be 1, 2, 3 half hours. Fourth. And the fifth actually did exactly what it should have been doing. we entered, and immediately it closed down above. So once it did close above, you could have entered the full R here, half R inside, half R above, and then take it higher. At least. Oh, what happened? What did I do? Oh, come on, what did I do? Okay. So you could have taken it at the start when this one entered. Look how we reacted on this high. And then see if we could take it higher constantly. So even if you just took it to there, that was actually a nice trade. So if you take stops the low again, back to the high. This was actually already a 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 half R's out of it, and immediately a 3 full back. So that's 6 and giving 1.5 giving and making 3.5. So that means that you made 1.5 2R immediately off of that. And then see if you can hold it as long as you can. So you can make at least a 6 to 7 or higher with just 1 entry. Actually, I add to my entry, so it was a bit more. So we're almost at that sweep. Now we probably will have our entry model.
Hey, take a look. Hey, take a look. Hey.
So this was that sweep. Where's my London session gone? So again, now this was that sweep. Now we need to be patient until we see 1 minute created to the other side with a value gap inside, and then we can take it lower. But where is my London session? It's okay. So we can be here for the next, I believe, 10 to 15 minutes. We will see what happens in the next few minutes. If we do have a nice body close lower, we get, so this 1 minute is now actually already moving the way that I wanted to see. After this is completely body closed under it, we need a fair value gap created out of the second one. And then it needs to get tapped. That's for value gap. Now we could just put the short in, stop at the high, and then see if we can take it all the way lower. We need to be patient now until we actually get out of that 1 minute of value gap. So no value gaps created, even it went back up high, so it was no inversion, so no change in delivery on that 1 minute. And until that happens, we just be patient, see it happen. When that happens, you just enter. I'll tell you when I'm entering. So at this point, just your PB membership and just see you rising the. Thank you, Euros. You're a good man. You actually got it very fast, the mentality of trading. So you will make it. I'm 100% sure. And a lot of you will make it too here. So the only thing that we all need to be is stay together, keep each other accountable for making sure that you made the right decisions all the time, and that you just stay calm, relaxed, and follow your own plan. So my plan can be suited for myself or maybe a few others, but make sure that you put it a bit more to your own hands, because how I enter can be good for me. Somebody would maybe prefer to enter it on a 30 seconds. I don't know. So this is something I will not say it works for everybody, because this is actually something you need to have a good mindset for. Again, mindset is everything in trading. And this is the way you only get to a good trader. It's not reading charts, it's not getting the perfect entry model, it's just being a not good winner and repeating. This is actually, I believe, why the book is called Best Loser Wins. From Tom Hoogert. If you never read it, go read it. It's very great one. So now we actually swept those candles. We are creating an FEG out of it. So let's see if we get that model that I wanted to see. So stops will be at the high. As long as the 1 minute does not touch, we cannot enter. So if this one now comes back and we enter it, I will enter it. So target will be as low as we can, of course. We will see. Let's see if we get an entry. I will enter it with a half hour directly. If this candle then comes back down and closes away from the value gap, I'll enter the full hour. So this is my entry. Stops at the high. So I entered with 6, 7 contracts. I want to see it fall. If it falls further, I enter the other 7 or other 6. Targets all the way down. So it closed lower, so that's good. I entered another 5. So I'm 160, so I'm a bit more than half. I'm 160, 170. So I'm in with 12 contracts from the high. So if we get to 23,243, that would mean that we make 2R plus. So I am in this. We will see what happens. If it wants to sweep us one more time, I'm okay. So stops are here. And I'll be patient. So my stop is 160 at this point. I got 12 contracts and my entry is at 23,262.25. So actually my entry is somewhere here. Because of this wick, we went down. Yeah, it's a very tight stop loss. I know. Not yet. Low way. Can happen that we get swept because of 7 minutes to open. I will just retake it again. I agree, it's a very tight stop loss. I know, but this is how the model used. So I use it from once we sweep the high of the time-based session. That is actually my stop, where the high of the sweep is. So if this one now comes higher, that will be the stop again. I'm still figuring out live now. So I tested this, it works, but now I'm testing it live. So it's will change a little bit of the viewpoint and will give me new insights, of course. So I'm testing this live with all of you. I'll just let it do its thing. We'll see in a second how it works. The thing that I saw here is to reduce times. Look, this actually, when the right one came, we actually had a 5-minute inversion to the upside. So I'm gonna put this in my notes and see if it actually always happens when a 5-minute inverts and we take then a 1-minute entry, if this works better than the previous one. So until I tested this like 40 times, I have actually no data on it and how good this works, yes or no. So need to be patient. So 4 minutes to open. If this goes up, it sweeps us again, and then the model shows again, I will re-enter it, of course. I'm okay with it. So my stop is now 160 at this point, exactly 160. And my TP could come to 464. So that's about more than 2 hours at this point. If we can have this. It's a 2.85. Looks like it will take us out on the upside. But still, I'm not thinking about it. I'm just implementing it. If you're testing a new strategy, just take a new eval for a second and do it until you have mastered it to completely enter it without thinking. No overthinking it, no overseeing it, just doing it. Because that's the reason why people are not always able to be profitable. They overthink it. When the model shows they want to enter it, but they are not fully confident in doing it. And I do like to watch TradingView better than my movement of P&Ls going up and down. So it does help me to stay on this screen too. So my brain doesn't get the fog of seeing other things on the screen. If anybody else has the problem or not having it easy to stay in trades, this is one way to do it. So that was a stop. I'll be patient until market opens. Oh, Control C, need to log this. New trading session. I'll put this in a different logging. We're today the 23.7. 23.7. Entry was at this candle 8.50. So 11.50 and 11.90, no, 11.58. Keep my eyes at the screen for a second. If we do sweep down, stops will be again at the high. This was my entry here. So if we now get that entry model again, I will re-enter that. I do need an FVG, so we're now getting that FVG here. I want to have it push into this. So my trade would look something like this. No FVG created, so no entry. So this was minus 0.765, 0.8. The great thing about this one, I would love to see actually London take it one more time. So this was 1 minute before opening, so that would be opening. So I would love to see it hit one more time. If it does not, then give us an entry model. It's also fine for me. 1 more minute. So that was again. So I do have 2 more minutes. Entry 1150, stopped 1153, and 1153. In the higher time frame, it does look like it wants to go higher. So anybody that loves to play the Europe, you already know the model, people. So I'm 100% sure that you all know how to enter it and how to take it. If you want to get something to drink, it's now the time. For the rest, we just need to be patient. We at least need another 2 minutes to create a fair value gap to see again if we have movement down. So this is an inverted version completely. So now I want to see if we the next minute we create a FVG out of that one, and then if we have an entry model, it would take it to the same lows, of course. Somewhere here would be great to see it happen. At this point we have a very small one. Nope. Not for value gaps. So I'm going to be patient until we see that entry model. If I do see it, I will take it again. After a while, if you guys see it a few times, you or girls, you will probably get the hang of it. Oh, and if you did feel something about the not profit just a minute ago, do remember that you need to learn to let go of the outcome of a trading. If you can't do that yet, actually, you need some practice on the mindset then. And if you can't yet do it, it's okay. That means that you are still learning, and that's good. We all need to learn, of course. But make sure once you actually want to make real money or actually want to do this, you need to be able to let go of every trade. It's not the outcome that's important. It's by following strict rules that's important. So as long as we don't have a fair value gap, I don't have an entry model, so I need to be patient. So now you can see this is actually a complete inversion. We closed. So if we do create one, I believe somewhere here would be then stops at a high. I think that's still a 5R that we could collect, so let's see what happens. But I do need an FVG, so without that fair value gap, I will not enter. Even if it goes all the way lower without us, it's fine. Because if you do enter it and there is no fair value gap created out of it, that means that you're actually not following a plan. And we don't want to be lucky. We actually want to do something because it works. So in about 3 minutes, we have also the order bridge from London. As a new trader, I would recommend take one entry model or one way to enter a trade and just stick to one plan. more than enough. If you are not able to follow plans with discipline, I got some great info for you too. So it's a very easy one to do. Every day you can do it. So this actually came from the military, and this is how actually they train people to act very disciplined. And this is just when they get up, they have to make their beds at a certain way. It needs to be exactly at that way. So the reason why is that they can implement them to be disciplined. So they need to do it over and over again every time until it's implemented in the brain that it actually is like a habit. So this is something very easy to do. If you can do this every morning, just it will be increasing the ways that you see the world. It will increase your way to implement strategies afterwards too, because it takes discipline to do this for 90 days. After 90 days, it's easy. For the first 90 days, it will not be easy, especially not after 60 days or something like that. Then it will get tough on the brain. But if it does work, you made yourself more disciplined, and you can congratulate yourself every day that you've done it. And the other outcome is you have a nice, tight room. So I know it's outside trading, but it's very good for the mindset. Because trading is all about mindset, nothing else. Anybody can read a chart. Believe me, a lot of people can read charts. But making money in trading is a different story. And this takes disciplined action, constantly repeating. Like I am doing now for you guys, repeating a lot the same things. But it helps. This is why I'm doing it. It's just really out of own experience.
Maar blijkbaar moet het dan niet meer downloaden op Epic Games.
Heb je videomateriaal?
Ik heb een 18 van 18 minuten. Ik kan er nog bij maken als ik nog kan willen hebben.
So, still being patient.
Stel op mijn computer dus gaat het overzetten op jouw computer en dan moet je overzetten van de camera die mij op mijn gezicht is. Dan ga je het overzetten op video en dan moet je samenpakken.
Wat voor computer kan dan?
Did it work today, Haggis? I actually don't believe so. The 7. If I take it back, I believe we should have shorted. And I believe it would got stopped again. If I was correctly. So that was a sweep again. So the 8 o'clock was, I'll take the 5 minutes per second. So this was here. And that was 8:15. Look, it actually, oh, did it work? Wait, wrong candle. Now then what? We got a shorted. So 8. See, here we broke to the downside, so it actually didn't work. So this would have been a not profit anyway. With this movement down, we got out of it, and then actually it would immediately re-change direction. Stond erop?
Ja.
Oh. Okay, second sweep of the high. Now let's see if we do get an entry model again, or does the market just want to continue up higher? Fine too. As long as we do not have that 1 minute inversion coming back. So I need a candle close below this And then we need an FEG created out of it. And then we can have, again, same movement back to here. The good thing about this is the R collection is bigger than the orb range, and also it has less screen time. So for anybody that asked why I didn't stream on playbit today or in the last few days, it's because of someone looked at my trading journal and he did not believe that I took this trade here. Wait a second, the last one that was 5. I'll share my screen for a second. I believe it was this trade he was talking about. I was not sure. So that was this trade. That was actually an orb range, New York based session. Stop at halfway, so easy stop. And this was targeting at all-time high. So I believe Next was streaming this, and I re-entered on the re-entry. Once we got this candle push higher, I put another entry, and this was exactly for 5. I believe 5.2 even. I just put it in 5. So this was actually a great orb session for once after so many not great orb sessions. So but I'm okay with it. Actually, it's like I said, it's good for my channel. If you do want to keep me streaming this, would be much appreciated to give my channel a bit more love and just give me a thumbs up while we're in here. It grows my channel too. I will get to my 1,000 people by the end of the year. I'll be very happy.
No!
Nee, niet te luid. Dat hoort al supergoed.
Nee, dat mag niet.
Maar Ayana hoort al supergoed met een micro liggen.
Echt?
Ja. Okay, so that was my kid yelling in the mic. So anybody that heard her scream, she was thinking that she needed to yell before you guys could hear me. So actually now the orb in 20 seconds will break to the upside. So anybody that wants to take London's orb up, you know the inventory model, people, so you can. If you want to take this up, yeah, you could take it all the way up to here at least. So this would be my target. If you want to take it upwards. So we just breached it.
Mag ik die meenemen om de wekker te worden? Of flat? Om de wekker te zetten? Kan ik ook daarop zetten? Ik heb niet ergens anders om te zetten. Die is vol opgeladen.
Ik had ook nog niet lezen op het moment, dus ik ben nog bezig.
1 uur. En dan ga ik die start zetten naar je ben. En alles opzetten.
I'm gonna take a look if we would take this. Well, where would I take it? I would take it to at least to the high of 23,328.5 if you take the orb to the upside. And stops would be at... So if you want to take this, you can, of course. You all know the model. If it presents, you can always choose. So we have a value gap. I would put my stop here. That's 23,262. And then at least to this high, so that's a 2R. I'm being patient for my model to show. The reason why the stop not halfway is there is some for value gaps in here, so there is possibility that we tap this before moving up higher. Just that you know. So here's that 1 minute inversion that I was waiting for. Now I do need that entry model. So you can see this candle completely came back down. So now I want a fair value gap created in here, and I prefer to get tapped too, and then be patient that the market stays a little bit here. Tap it one more time before it goes lower. If it does go lower without us, it is what it is. The model didn't show completely like I wanted it then, but then you can see it actually works. So still same lows. So 11 seconds. Stop will be then this high again. So again, I'll enter. I'll see how much contracts I can enter if it taps. Come on, friend. First up, then down.
In de hiervan. En dan kan ik even beginnen, dus.
Come on, be a nice chart. Give us that entry. So you can see orb failed. We came completely back down. So happy we didn't take that one. Still being patient. So we did create a new fair value gap out of here. So if we tap this one, I will take that entry then. Still high. Still same stops at the high. If we do want to go lower, I don't want to see it come back to the high. I actually want to see a continuation then. So if this one taps it, I'll immediately enter. So I will enter a half hour to start, full hour once we get the movement back down. If we tap higher here one more, I will enter a full hour, then again a half hour. So I was ready for this. Changing screen for a second, so we'll take a look at the other one. Patient. So that will be a 14-point stop. That means 3 contracts, I believe. No tap. So we did have the sweep, but we did not have the entry, so that was a bit unlucky for us today. Or not so lucky today. Yeah, I don't watch the 30 seconds, but maybe we had an entry on the 30 seconds. No, we didn't even have that one either, so. Let's take a look at the 5. Or maybe we can be patient. It can happen that we still have a small retracement back up for then again to take the entry model. If it rallies without us, you can see that actually this model works, but yeah, you need to have the entry. So if anybody is chatting, I'm not seeing the chat at the moment. I'm watching the charts. So that will be entering. So now we did not tap it yet. Come on. Be patient, John. Chill. It's only a trade. So we have a 5-minute FEG just above 2, so I'll take a look if we tap that one more time before entering it. If not, then it's okay. Then it means that was not meant to be right now. This actually would have been the second entry then. Did anybody had a chance to jump into this? Or had I didn't because there was no model showing it. If you did, I would take it at least to 23,215. So there's a big possibility that we will tap that part. So that's a 9R from the tops. If we are lucky, we get a new way of entering a little bit back up. That would be great too. At this point, it doesn't look like it wants to. It just looks like it wants to continue lower at the moment. It's great movement, except no entry. The only entry that I actually could have had taken was this one. This is 1 minute FEG. But I had to put the stops to the high. I didn't actually watch it, so this would have been a great 1.5 at least. And then all the way down. So maybe this high is here, so that would have been a 2R. Still would have been a great trade. Like I said, I'm testing this live, people, so give me some discretion and how I entered yet. So I wanted to make sure you all made some profits, but I wanted to see it tap this one actually, or the second one. Normally never, I didn't see it yet tap the third one and then continue lower. So yeah, on ILMs, all my stops are very, very small. So now we swept, we came into a value gap. So here we have maybe a chance we get that small retracement back up. So if you took it from the high already, this is already, it depends on where you entered. This could have been from the startup already more than a 2R. So this is why I want actually those entries up here. But still, so I'll go over the model one more time for people that are new. And actually, this is still new for me too. So we need a time-based session sweep, first of all. After that happened, so we swept here Asia. We actually then need a 1 minute to invert. So we had here a small inversion of the previous one. Here we had the full inversion of the upper candle. And then we need a 1 minute FEG created out of that to enter. So if we do have some form of retracement to that 5 minute just here, that would be lovely to see. And then a small, strong push back lower. Maybe we then have our entry. If you are in the trade already and you took it on a different time zone of time frame where you entered model actually shown, I do want to see a continuation further down. If we do not have that continuation further down, I actually would recommend to put your stop at BE if it's at at a good distance. Okay, great. Algorithm chef. I'm aiming for the BPR on the 15 minutes. This here? So I want to take it to here? Or you actually want to take it way lower? Well, this would be good. So that's a 4R. So I would be very happy with a 4R every time. So that DP2 even lower. Okay, great. Yeah, there is a possibility. So that would mean that London sweeps everything up and down. I would start with taking it to here and see if we can continue lower. But every minute that we create lower, so once we have the upper movement and we get back down under here, we create a new for value gap of 1 minute that we could enter. I actually move my stops after 2 down movements. So what do I mean by that? If actually this was the first, that was the second for value gap. If we should have entered here, I should have put my stop here or still at the high. After we create a new one that inverts and goes lower, I can put my stop then at the previous one. So say this was the first, that was the second. This would be the entry. So I needed to put two higher, so 1, 2, so it's still the top. After the third one is created and I can take a new entry, I can put my stop then to this high. Because then we need to invert 1, 2, 3 down movements. If we do invert 3 of them, I actually believe we could go up all the way back how high. So this 5 minute is still showing that it could go down. 15 minutes. We still have 2 minutes in that 15 minutes, so we will see the next 2-3 minutes what it wants to do. Yeah, I'm watching multiple charts, so I'm watching the 1 minute with you all, but I'm seeing the 5 minutes on the left side, or on the right side, better said. So if this one completely takes out this liquidity down here and forms a beautiful candle, we probably will go way lower. Do look at it. The 1 hour just closed the candle completely, and we still have 17 minutes in that hourly. On the other side, we did tap a bullish daily, so we are trading against the higher time frame trend. So always keep that in mind. So it's better than to take a little bit sooner profits. Or better said, it's better than to keep your trade sooner at break even. Maybe get a new entry model at the high again. So I'll be patient, see if we can tap it one more time. I would prefer it that high. So if we're lucky and we get this entry just up here one more time, that would be a beautiful entry. If we tap this, I will enter that immediately, even if it shows a little bit hop highs. This is a great area for myself. So I put the limit cell right here on this level. If we tap this, I'll probably just enter it immediately. So that is 23,268. 68.25. The reason why I put the limit cell in is because then my brain doesn't have the chance to talk me out of it. The only thing in this whole trade that looks a bit off is this 15-minute that actually just swept that liquidity here of 8 and then actually fell back into that for value gap still. So it's still valid. When it touches this protected stop and it goes under it, everything will be fine. So then I'm 100% sure we go lower. Until this is hit, there's still possibility that we go up. But I was still being patient, so my entry model did not show. As long as it did not tap or does not show me, I will not enter, of course. I'm looking at all the time frames, so the hourly. If this hourly at the 10 minutes all the way comes back up to that high, we probably will go higher. So it depends on when those limits cells are actually triggered. If there are 5 minutes of that hourly, oh yeah, sorry, I was on the wrong chart showing you guys. So if this hourly and this candle comes back up to here in the next 10 minutes, I will cancel my limit orders, of course. Like I said, the only thing I don't like is this hourly candle forming here. I did want to see it close lower. If you had no entry model like I did, and you're still being patient, did not push any buttons, congratulate yourself. That means that you still have a good mindset and being patient and sticking to a plan. Because that's the less easy part when we are actually being patient until we get that entry. This is what makes you a profitable trader. Just sitting here doing nothing until this fair value gap get hit. Even if we come back up, I will take this. I want to take this all the way back to the lows, so to here. We got 5 more minutes in this 1 hourly candle, and this will actually show us a lot. So the next 5 minutes will show us which side this hourly actually wants to go. If it goes sideways, it doesn't do anything, not even go up or down, and stays around this area, a probability is that the next hour will do the same. If we come back all the way up to here, I would not like it at that point, because then that hourly actually shown that it has strength for going higher. I like it more if it's closed under this body. We're still here with 14 people, so thank you. Your Trading London session, it means, so happy to see it. Do know London is the less easiest session of all. We got 1 more minute and an hourly. Let's see what brings. Actually, 1 minute and a few seconds. So we now actually tapped our second for value gap that was created out of it. Gonna be patient until this hourly closes and see if the next hour gives us that upper level one more time. If it does not and gives us a nice movement lower than with new for value gaps created out of it, I'll take that entry. So here was the hourly close. So we actually tapped this one here. So be patient for a second. See if we can hit this one more time. If not, we create new for value gaps out of this one. This will be my stop then here, instead of all the way up here, and then take it lower. Give it a minute or two or three. If you took the entry on the 5-minute inversion, I would definitely put your stops at BE. Because our hourly did look like it wanted to go a little bit higher first, but still be patient. Market needs to show me its hand that it wants to go lower again. So if we tap the highest 1 minute that I actually wanted to see it tap before, I'll enter with one contract for the starting to keep me on my model, to keep it implemented for myself first of all, see if it works even when the market went higher or looked like it wanted to go higher. If it then creates afterwards a new for value gap, I'll enter the full position. So we actually did tap the 5-minute for value gap now. I did not see that one. a bit more patient. We're almost at that 1 minute FEG all the way up. So keeping myself to my promises. When it hits, I will at least enter with 2 contracts, and then short again. So I want to see it actually hit this. We're almost there. If it hits this, I'll enter with 2 contracts, stops at the high. I know I'm trading against the major trend, but I don't care. Missed it with a half tick, dude. Seriously. So we did retest that on the 5 minutes, almost completely to the highs. If it goes without me, I'm okay. So if it gives me a new entry model, I'll take the next one then. But still being patient. I'm sorry I didn't watch the chat for a second, so if anybody said something, I'll take a look. I'm not in a trade yet. I wanna actually see this get hit. And learn to spell, yeah, I know. That's okay. I'm not here to teach you English writing. I'm here to teach you trade. My school people always said to me too that I had dyslexia. I don't know how you call it in English. I had a spelling disorder, something like that. So I'm entering with 2 contracts now. Oh no, it's again the trend. Only 2 because the market is now rallying up and not down. It's a very small stop to the high, so it's $28 for me, so it's nothing. If we do see a new fair value gap created, I'll enter a full position. The reason why I did enter now is because I want to stick to this model, and even if the market comes back, if it should rally lower, it should do it from this fair value gap. If I now see a fair value gap create, maybe take the other screen. If I now see a fair value gap created again out of this candle going lower, so my entry is somewhere here. Even if the 15-minute looks bullish, the 1 hour looks bullish. I don't care. I just need to train myself to take this. So I said I'm doing this live with all of you, so it's not easy for myself doing this too. But if it does go lower, that means that our profitability could be all the way still at the same place where I took it before, so still at 23,169. So I'm doing this on one funded and one evil. Because I would be very sad if the trade does work out and I not take it on a funded. I would not like it. So like I said, as long as I do not get a new fair value gap created out of it, it's only $28, so it's nothing. I'm just doing it, so you get used to it, this entry model. Because actually I said when we were going down that I wanted to see this get entered before continuing, and I did now. So if I do get this entry, I actually need to take it. Even if it goes against all what my brain wants to tell me, I have to take it. And my brain is telling me a lot that it go higher. So if anybody has the same feeling, you're not alone. And I want to see now a fair value gap get created on the movement lower. If we do create a new fair value gap, like I said, I'll enter a full position. So then I took 2 trades and it's still not at 1 hour. I'm still less than 1 hour down. Yeah, I'm used to it, Dales. Thank you for helping, but some people see different things, and that's okay. If I want to take it down, I actually want to take it down at least to the previous low, so at least to here. That's the first point of view, so that would be 23,244. Next target would be 23,226. So we will see if we get there, yes or no. The most important thing now for me is that we create new fair value gaps out of this movement here. This is what I want to see. So I'll keep this on my screen. The reason why this gap here is we have I believe that was a 15-minute. Yeah, see, we still have here a 15-minute gap that's not filled up completely. So this would be a nice target. And then actually we sweep all of this liquidity here. Not the less that my brain still thinks that this goes up. So you're not the only one if you feel it the same way like I do. But before, the entry model showed me that once we go down and we tap that 1 minute, actually it should continue lower after sweeping a session. And I'm used to getting comments on my writing, so I'm already so used to it. I don't even see it anymore. I do want to see it rather quickly, that movement lower. Like I said, it's 2 contracts, so it's like $28 at this point for me. If I get to my target, I get 200 out of it, a bit more than 200 out of it. So I get 288 out of it. With just 2 contracts for $28, so that's a 10x. We will see what happens. I'm still patient. I've been online. Oh, I've been online longer than I used to. It's 2 hours plus now. For everybody that's still in here, tomorrow, 1 hour later, people. So not 7 o'clock anymore. It will be 8. I need that hourly to see if we sweep sessions. And if this one does not work, I'll end the stream for today. Hmm? My cat says she wants to game, but she can't because I'm streaming.
Otherwise, my game is like, and then I get shot. So it's not fun like that. I'd rather play it when he's not streaming or training.
Looks like the market is very undecided at this point. Like I said before, first TP will definitely be this previous low that we created here. So this will be TP1. That would be 23,244. Let's see if we can create some new fair value gaps out of here. Because trading like this goes against all logical sense. And if you want to know what I mean by that, actually, because everything else on the chart tells me we want to go a little bit higher, and I'm still okay. So that was a $20 stop, and that was one more sweep. That was a big one. Was it news or anything? I chose the trade seller to backtest this. Did we have news? I didn't think so. So that was a big spike. That was like a 1 second 15-point move up. Even for London, that's strange. Or did Trump tweet something again? That would be something. China's Ministry of Japan's trade deal. China has always maintained partials. No, there's no news. Oh yeah, Japan Ministry has shared strong sense of crisis with foreign prime minister, but did not discuss my regulations at all. Something with Japan. So this actually, I did not see that one coming. Okay, so I got stopped again. That was $28. It's okay. I will not re-enter now, so I'll be patient again. Because if markets are a bit insecure and they do strange things, I like to stay off of it.
Laat hem weer zo meteen zitten rusten. Oh, don't time. Ik ben stress.
Ik kan zo niet wat je maakt.
Ik wil me koken van de heel. Je moet onze patatjes samen vallen.
Okay, so that was 2 entries. And both of them did not work at this point. It's 10:30 for me at this point, so I'll go at the stream for today. I will post it if I take a re-entry. We need to be patient anyway, so I'll let my computer stay open. By this point, it looks like that news, some kind of newsweek just swept us out. And the 15-minute does look more bullish than it wants to go lower anyways. We'll see what breaks. So If we do not have anything, that would, I mean, if we do go up higher, New York high would be exactly the point that we want to see it go to. And then we have a new session, of course. I will stream this again this afternoon. If I find a new entry model, I'll share it with all of you, of course. It's just, again, time-based session needs to be swept, and then afterwards we will see where it brings us to. So that was a bit more than a half hour that we lost today, so it's okay. It's just testing, so it's perfectly fine. It still does not have it easy to get up higher, I must say. I thought after the sweep we would fly up higher, but actually we don't. Okay, so that will be it for me today. It's building, so I believe tonight I will finish it, and then afterwards I will see you everything. I'll give you the info by tomorrow. I'll share it here in in the live stream, if that's okay with everybody. Tomorrow, same time, same place, of course. If I can do the afternoon, I'll let you know. Have a nice one, guys.